I'm Nick.
And I'm Luke, and we're here to talk about the effects of lead shot on the environment. There's two types of environment that lead shot is typically used in. First, it's going to be woodlands, and that's usually used in hunting deer mainly. It's not such a big problem there because the deer are a bigger animal, and for the most part there's little residue left over for any wildlife to consume and transfer. However, the wetlands environment, there are going to be a lot smaller animals, such as ducks and fish, that are prey to many creatures that can spread lead faster. Like those creatures will consume the lead that is left over from the shot, and in turn be consumed by other creatures such as wolves, raptors like eagles, and even humans. And it can lead to lead poisoning, which is an awful thing to have in anybody because it can cause brain damage, nerve damage, paralysis, cancer, and ultimately death. A lot of attention was brought about in the 1870s and 1880s. Many books and articles were published, and it brought a huge amount of attention to the topic, allowing the regulations to start being passed. Most regulations are fairly simple. Countries around the world, such as Denmark, the Netherlands, and parts of Australia, have banned lead in any use for hunting in any way, shape, or form. The United States has banned it from waterfowl hunting, and 26 states have banned it further in other hunting areas. So yeah, I'll turn it over to Nick now.
To start with, we've got toxic shot, which is lead. Lead costs about $5 a box, which is fairly cheap. It's very dense. It is very soft, meaning that it's got increased killing power on game, meaning less wounded animals lost. The problem with lead shot is it's very toxic and that it's bad for the environment. Then we've got steel shot, which is $9 a box, nearly double the cost of lead shot. The good news about it is it's non-toxic, it's not bad for the environment. The bad news is it's got pretty much every drawback out there. For starters, it's very hard, meaning it goes right through the game, not causing very much of a wound, meaning more lost game. It's very light, so it doesn't fly as far, and it doesn't have as much hitting power either. There are also different types of lead, such as Black Cloud FS steel, which is bladed BBs. Meaning, yeah, they're still steel with the drawbacks, but they've also got bladed BBs, so they have more lethality. Then we get over to heavy metal. It's kind of a mix of tungsten shot and steel. Tungsten shot is about 5 times as much as lead, so it's very expensive, but it's got the weight there and it's got the softness, meaning that it's got about the killing power of lead. There are also different types of alternative shot that we don't have listed here, such as bismuth, tin, and hybrid shot. Bismuth was originally one of the best choices we had out there. The problem being, though, it was about $40 a box for 10 shots, meaning that it's by far the most costly, so it's being phased out. Bismuth was used in older firearms such as Damascus barrel double barrels and weapons from the 1800s, older firearms. With modern rifles and firearms now, they're more suited for the steel shot and alternatives.
Alright, so production is continuing on better shot that covers all the same areas that lead and bismuth does, but at a cheaper cost of lead and environmentally friendly. There hasn't been any major bounds in the technology yet, but they're still coming up with ideas. Because there hasn't been anything released, regulations still stand firm on lead shot, and as the data comes in, more regulations can be added to the existing ones. But other than that, not much